Hello and welcome to this special holiday episode of Making Connections, the BattleCON analysis show where I, your host, Marco DeSantos, try not to do so badly at playing BattleCON online. And before we head into the holiday season, I want all of you to enjoy our special gift in the form of a new character for BattleCON online. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the game and play some Eerie. Chill, Eligor, chill. So we're in the game right now. It's my Iriadradaya Morella. Irialandradaya Morella. I mispronounced it the first time. I apologize, Eerie fans. Against Manu RP's Eligor. Manu RP, welcome to the show. So we're starting off this game with Eerie, who can transform into three distinct forms: a generally fast and agile form, a slow defensive form, and a powerful dangerous form. But we're against an Eligor, so regardless of what we do not want Switch Grasp. You don't want Comet on your beat 1, because you can miss, because Comet only forces, it quote-unquote forces you to advance 3, which will mean that you miss, because you go over the opponent, so that's not good and not very useful. And Starlight just tends to be a quote-unquote worse version of any other base, so I think I'm gonna do this. Let's pick Limit Exceed. Alright. I'm quite interested in what this Eligor might do. I have a slight feeling that it's gonna be a Vengeful Drive, as it is 70, 100 million% of the time every time you fight Eligor. Because that's just how this character is. I could Galactic as well, but I honestly think my best play is to just do Astral Strike and then anti... Actually, can my opponent be slower? No, only with Counter Burst. Okay, so Astral Anti-Knight means that I can be slower than Eligor this beat. Hopefully, Eligor... Oh, Eligor passes. So I'm going to transform into Knight form because it gives me Stun Guard 3 but makes me slower for this beat. And I want to be slower because Astral is kind of like Press from Cadenza. So, I do that. I do not expect my... Oh yeah, I forgot that she changes mid-beat and it also changes her voice.
That was unique.
Alright, I will pass. Let's see what my opponent does. Oh, a chained dodge. See, the good thing about Eerie is that regardless of what form I transform into, I'm kinda okay with it.
You can't escape your fate.
Will my opponent pull me in? So with chained down, I'm actually in a pretty decent spot. I will want to retreat one space, definitely. The further you get away from Eligor, the better. Especially if you're Eerie. Eerie's like a mid-ranged kind of a fighter. So, you know, range 3 and 4, kind of her ideal qualities. Or her ideal ranges. Ideal qualities? What? Okay, could be a Vengeful Drive, but I can burst out of that, and that's okay. I sorta want to do Aurora Burst. Transforming into one of my forms. I can stabilize here and basically gain Soak. I could transform and gain priority, which I don't want against Eligor, so that will basically never happen. Or I could transform and gain power. Basically, the only thing that I'm really scared of is Martial Shot. But if I play Aurora Burst, I can clash the Martial Shot. So there you go. The only thing that will beat me right now is a faster shot, which means a Vengeful Shot. But I'm willing to take that risk, I guess. Ooh, do I Cosmic Change? No, because if it is a Vengeful Shot, I should be able to run through it by just anti-ing for Stun Guard.
Choose.
Right? So this is the thing about Eerie, right? You just kind of have to finagle everything to give yourself the decent advantage that you need. My opponent's anti-ing everything. Alright, so what is it? Oh, it's a Martial Shot. Interesting. Okay. Well, now, the only thing that my opponent can do that would hit is Drive. Or Burst, but that's fine. So if my opponent does do Drive, 3 priority base. I could dodge right now. It would clash his drive. Eligor's drive, I mean. And that should be good, because then I can revert into another one of my bases. Hopefully this works out. It's pretty crazy. Alright. Yep, read it. Okay, so now my opponent can't hit me. Because they don't have shot. They could try to Aegis, but that's okay. I should probably get rid of Starlight. While I still can. Because Starlight's pretty decent here.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Starlight. I don't want to use Drive right now. Ooh, rough. Alright, so that added power was very useful because I'm able to stun through the burst stun guard over here. Now my opponent is forced to discard a base. So this is pretty interesting. Now we can have more than 2 cards in the discard palace because certain characters, like Eerie, are able to discard. Alright, that was a good beat for me. Quite excellent indeed. So let's see what my opponent decided to discard. It was a Martial Aegis and... Sorry, they did Martial Burst and they discarded Aegis. Alright. Oh, what am I thinking about now? What am I thinking about now? So I don't need... So Galactic is a very interesting style because Eerie's forms have 2 effects, right? The magical and the stabilize. Sorry, the transform and the stabilize. If you play Galactic, you basically get whatever you don't get. So if I transform into something, I also get it stabilize. Or if I stabilize, I also get the transform. I actually just want to go Cosmic right now, since Cosmic seems like a pretty good thing to do. I can't Comet
Come then. Show me.
because I'm too far to do it. So do I just switch Drive?
I despise sloth.
Nah, I should at least Magical Drive.
If I must.
Okay, so I Magical Drive Cosmic Change into my Eldritch Horror form,
Can't afford to hold back.
which gives me +2 power right now.
Well done.
And, you know, different voice acting. Eerie has 3 separate voiceovers. It's really amazing how much she gets. Oh, by the way, her theme is bumpin'. In case that wasn't abundantly clear. This is not so bad. Though I do wish I had given myself the opportunity to miss. I will do this. Hit my opponent for 3. Which isn't a... I forgot she has that voice line. Okay, so I want to stay in the center, which is very important for me. I want to be able to hit Eligor no matter what.
Escape your fate.
And I kind of don't want to get cornered as well. So this is basically ideal. Why was that 5 damage? Oh, right, because I hurt myself on purpose. Yes. I should probably dodge right now. Because I'm in Cosmic. I need to transform out of Cosmic later.
As the stars align.
Okay, so in Cosmic, if you're adjacent to the opponent, they basically get priority -3, which in BattleCon terms means it's basically priority +3 for you. So this is a Prio 6 dodge, which Eligor cannot actually clash. So this means it's actually a 100% safe dodge. Regardless, I do expect Eligor to dodge this beat. This is such a cool banner. Sorry, yeah, there. That thing, this thing, super cool. So I'm gonna dodge this beat in order to set up for a Astral Shot the next beat. I played Astral Shot in the first beat, so hopefully my opponent thinks I'm doing Astral Shot again. Hopefully they do something that's not very good for them, like anti-tokens. Nope, they didn't. They're gonna dodge. Yep, okay. So I'm gonna be stunned. So I guess my opponent guessed me correctly. Good job? Question mark. I definitely just want to go to this space. Oh my gosh, Eldritch Horror noises. Oh, I'm stunned. Very bad. Which is completely fine, you know. Getting stunned isn't a big deal when you don't plan on attacking anyway. Now that's a very interesting move to me. Swap finisher cards. Now let's keep current finisher card. Limit Exceed has ignores stun guard on it, so I keep it. Is this a martial shot? If I do astral shot, I'll be even slower though. Like, supremely slower than him. And I think that's good because I can then back off and then do Aurora. So Eerie has a lot of like after movement. Well, not a lot, but like she has some on magical, some on astral, and technically the push on Comet counts as an after movement so that she can establish mid-range as much as possible. So I think this is the best beat to do this astral shot. So the only way I lose this beat is my opponent purposely chooses to miss, which I heavily doubt.
Come then, show me.
So this should clash the martial shots. Oh, that might be bad. No wait, martial shot doesn't clash this. My mistake. Martial shot is 1 priority, not -1 priority. Oh my gosh, Christmas season has gotten me into a math doldrum. Alright, Eerie, let's go. Alright. Oh, by the way, I'm not a good Eerie player. This isn't like in any way like saying, oh, Marco is a great Eerie player and all this stuff. This is probably a martial shot based on the way my opponent positioned themselves to range 5. This is also probably a martial shot given the way my opponent just antied. Like, antied enough to stun guard through 6. But didn't anti a lot so that they could still get the 5 on Marshall. So I'm probably gonna go second this beat. Yep, there you go. So I get hit for 5. My opponent's gonna get hit for 7. Yikes.
I'm not impressed.
And stuns them. That's hilarious to me, but yeah. Okay, I will retreat 1. Since my opponent doesn't have shot anymore,
In position.
this is actually pretty good for me. So all I have to do is deal 5 damage, which isn't really that hard given that I'm Eerie. I can just do Comet Drive and this would kill my opponent. But how do you fight the Sweet Revenge, Marco? That's quite simple. I don't. If my opponent does indeed do the Sweet Revenge on this beat, I could simply just choose to not advance with Comet and then only advance 1 with Drive. And that way I'd still be safe from the range of Sweet Revenge. I could also just choose to do Starlight, but I think Comet Drive is the best play because I highly, highly doubt my opponent will do like Vengeful Grasp from this range, right? So I think Comet Drive is actually the safest play because it gives me the option to miss. When you're fighting against Eligor, it's very important to give yourself the option to just miss the opponent entirely. Because this means that you can avoid
Give me your best shot.
hitting Eligor and, you know, forcing him to miss with his Retribution and, you know, making it sure that you don't move into the range of his minimum range attacks. So it's very useful to try to give yourself that out just in case. I'm gonna Cosmic Change because this could kill my opponent outright. If they just don't do anything, this will kill them. And I could easily just afford the 1 life loss. Yeah. So if this isn't Sweet Revenge, my opponent basically loses. Oh, it wasn't Sweet Revenge, and my opponent loses. I think they were trying to do like a 50-50 mind game in their head. Unfortunately, I was able to do everything just correctly. Let's do some comets.
I go.
You go, Eerie. You go, Eerie. We advance 1 and we deal 6 damage to Eligor, killing him in the process.
Justice, the hand that balances the cosmos.
Alright, that was a great game. Let's move on to the post-game analysis. So that was a great game. Very good game, Manu RP. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as I did, and that was a great show of what Eerie could do. She can establish range when she needs to, she has the options to deal with almost any situation given her forms and her very versatile styles. On the other hand, you have the ability to just put on the pressure should you need to, or just simply wait until your opponent commits a mistake. Eerie has a lot of tools at her disposal, and she can use that to fight where her opponent is the weakest. And when I say that Eri is a brawler, she is a brawler. Very versatile character. I do love playing as her. By the way, the theme is awesome. Her voice lines are awesome. She's a walking magical girl anime alien. How could you not like her? So, if you like this character, liked what you've seen, liked the gameplay, please tell us in the comment section down below. Leave this video a like, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Without much else to say, don't forget your special actions. And thank you, World of Indians. Thank you, and have a happy holidays.